Ceiling fan blowing cold breeze on your body. I can't tell you really what it is, but you got it. Makeup in the morning, you got dresses in your closet, but you grab them tights, you in love with being modest. You a move body giving interviews. I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing. Then you cool, tatted up, cover warm, different vibe you doing pro, but you ain't even flexing. And you ain't gotta try too hard. Number one, feel your side applaud. Let me think about it side the most. Words cut deep, it's like a sword. Making me better, you hotter than pepper. You with a big stepper who chasing the cheddar. All of these women, they not on your level. You like a mix of business and pleasure. You a move body giving interviews. I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing. Then you cool, tatted up, cover warm, different vibe you doing pro, but you ain't even flexing.
Hello, hello, hello. It's me again. Doing another one, y'all. This is Real Talk with Amiri. Hope everyone had a good day. Hope everyone is doing okay. I hope everyone is starting to realize, think, understand, get more understanding, get more wisdom, grow, understand your part in your story, your part in other stories, but the most part, biggest part is you. But yes, y'all, doing another one. I guess I had a real topic. Look, and what I thought about this weekend, I went to a giveaway, and a young lady, or a woman that I met. She's not young; she's an elderly woman, but we talked the whole, pretty much while we were waiting on the giveaway to start. And I actually had met her probably a month or two ago, but real knowledgeable, a lifelong learner. A lot of times we often miss a lot of the knowledge that we should get from our elders because we think we know everything. We think we have access to everything. Google, the internet, but that's a source of untapped wealth is our elders, their life stories, their life experiences. And my thing has always been, it's better for you to learn from someone else's story than you to have to go through that story yourself, especially if it's a bad story, y'all. A lot of times we're going through stuff, you don't have to go through that. Somebody already went through it. Go learn from that lesson. You don't have to do it. You don't have to get your feet wet. Learn from someone else's story. But yes, y'all, doing another one. This topic was knowledge. That's just a topic I came up with because she gave me like a little knowledge nugget this week, and it was something that stood out in our conversation that I was like, wow, I've never heard anybody say that. I've never heard anybody, and maybe I have, but this time I was listening and I grabbed that nugget. And like I said, knowledge is power. Knowledge can help you do the things you want. Knowledge about, knowledge about relationships, definitely. She did talk about some of her life experience with an ex-husband, some of her friends' experience with family, friends. She talked my ear off for real. I just listen. I am a good listener, especially when the information is good, or I can learn from it or glean from it. But definitely had a good conversation with Miss Helen. And knowledge is the topic. A lot of times we are given knowledge from spirit, from friends, family, and we're not always receptive. Especially as a young adult. You know, my grandson is always lately he's really pushing the envelope on some stuff, and I see that too in a lot of our young men, a lot of our young ladies. You don't have to go through what someone else went through if you listen and take that knowledge and use it. Son, you out here sniffing around all these girls, you're going to end up just like your dad. 10, 15 kids. You need to think about your education. Think about you. Think about the consequences of your actions. You're trying to impart knowledge into someone and they don't want to listen. And I think that's always going to be a point of adversity, especially with parents and their children. They don't want to listen. They want to go out here and do things on their own. I'm grown. I don't want to accept the knowledge that you have, mom, dad, auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa. I want to go out here and mess up my own life and then be like, dang, I wish I would have listened. So I think that's definitely something that we need to work on with our young adults. How can we get them to just listen in this microwave society? How do you get them to take what you're saying seriously without having to be affected? Learn from somebody else. Some of us adults, and me included sometimes, like it's always, y'all, I'm always talking about me too. I'm going through the same stuff that everybody else goes through. I'm not special. Sometimes I don't have to go through some things because I do listen. I pick up on things. I could be listening to or watching a movie. I don't watch this whole movie kind of on autopilot. There's something pops out to me. I got my pen and paper. I'm writing it. Damn, what did he just say? Rewind. Writing that down. Making a mental note. Definitely in business, they say, a lot of people say that you need a mentor, you need a coach. You definitely need some instruction, because if you're doing something and you're not where you want to be, then it's something you need to change or do different. Something you need to change, something you need to different, a different audience you need to reach, different marketing. There's something that you're not doing. And it could be your energy. A lot of times we're doing things and we're not coming to it from the right energy standpoint. We're not passionate about it. We're not excited about it. Well, how you gonna not be excited about it and you want somebody else to buy it? You want somebody else to enjoy it. So there is definitely a rule, a checklist to how marketing goes, starting a business, building an audience. There's a formula. You got to get that formula and you got to implement it. Yes, y'all. I was talking about knowledge. There's so many, I guess, topics or ways you could come at that. I definitely think a lot of times we get into that autopilot mode where we're just existing day by day, doing the same thing, talking to the same people, getting the same results. So until you try to do something different, change something. And change can be hard. Change can be very hard if you make it too. And sometimes you're in that bubble. You don't want to get out your comfort zone. Okay, nobody else will. A lot of people don't either. But you got to do it. And if you understand what that comfort zone means, that knowledge of if I stay here, if I do the same thing, I'm not going to get to experience what's outside of that comfort zone. It's really that simple. Knowledge. Whew. So much knowledge about our health. Health is wealth. I think I always say that health is wealth. A lot of people with a lot of trouble, health problems, health issues, but they want to go get, doctor, fix me, give me that prescription. A lot of times those prescriptions are just treating your symptoms. What is the real problem? Why am I sick? For me, I think a lot of sickness just comes from your spiritual condition. Stress. Your beliefs, your thoughts create energy, stress. And if you put so much stress on, let's say, a board, eventually it's going to break. And I've definitely seen that this past year. A couple people who have had some problems, a stroke. I think, y'all have to excuse me too, I'm catching a cold. I think Nyla done gave me a cold. I'm gonna have to go get some meds in the morning for the cold. And I will take some medication every now and then to stop the symptoms. Cold, it has a natural path. It's gonna be a couple days and it's gone. But we have graduation tomorrow. My youngest daughter, Versailles, is graduating. So I'd rather not be up in the graduation sniffing and sneezing. So I am going to go get me some meds in the morning. But yes, the stress. If you take a look at your life, is every day stressful to you? What's on your plate? Do an inventory. Okay, I got, and do an inventory of yourself. Something someone else could do. Some people have busy lives and it doesn't bother them. They have a different makeup, spiritual makeup, physical makeup, mental makeup. You may not have that makeup, so you're trying to do something that somebody else can do, but you can't do it. You're trying to do this, it's stressing you the hell out. That's knowledge of self. Okay, that's something I can't do. It stresses me out, which creates disease, which creates problems, financial, spiritual. It's just goes rolling downhill. A lot of people don't want to deal with that. Doctor, give me a pill. And doctor will gladly give you a pill because doctor getting that check. Doctor getting big fat checks. But the knowledge you should have is, I need to change something about my life. I'm doing too much. I'm stressed out. I'm in this effed up relationship that this person really doesn't care about me. I'm in a facade. So what do I really need to do? Knowledge. What's really going on in my life? We don't want to do that retrospection. And a lot of our problems, a lot of our problems, if you just make a few changes, start a new path, start a new habit, start doing something different, you get a different result. And that is definitely knowledge. And some of my issues that I have sometimes is I'm dealing with people I don't need to be dealing with. And I guess that's part of my spirit. I'm very friendly. I'm very giving, even to my family. And your family can be an own detriment to you, which creates stress, anxiety, depression, just an overall lack of enjoyment. I'm not enjoying every day being around this person. They're really not here helping, they're not contributing, they're stressing me out. And this is daily. When you live with people or you're in relationships with people, you don't get no break. You got to see these people every damn day, knowing that, this is an energy pull on me. Sometimes people are a financial pull on me. But that all creates stress. And that's something I can alleviate by not dealing with people. That's knowledge. Use the knowledge that you have. This person and I don't mix. So why do I even have this person as a friend? We have to look at things like that. And other people see this stuff sometimes. You're around somebody, let's say a group of girls. One of the girls go to the bathroom. The rest of the girls sit around and talk about her while she go to the bathroom. Those are people that are not good for you. And a lot of times we know. We've overheard some, seen some. You can feel the vibe even. Don't take much. Knowledge of, sometimes our lack of knowledge puts us into situations. Finances. A lot of people, bad credit, not enough money, not spending wisely. Is that a lack of knowledge or just a lack of self-discipline? Some of us get into the same position over and over and over and over and over. But you probably have the knowledge of why you keep getting into this financial rut or this financial bind. And then some of us expect other people to get you out of this bind over and over and over and over, which causes stress on them. And then, of course, your kids are watching you in this financial story. So who you think they're going to stress out when they get older? You. So we got to start taking accountability and being responsible for our stories, our life stories, our relationship stories, our financial stories, our career stories, our career paths. And some people are so set. Oh, I'm going to work this 30 years at this job and then I'm going to retire. That's not a good story. That's a fucked up story to me. I'm sorry. You done work for somebody for 30 years. How many hours of your life did you give this job? And now you get to retire on a little bit of money. You still got to take care of yourself. Your money's not making you any money. You done saved a little money, but that's not making you any money. So that's your financial story. Well, it's better than some. That's what people say, making that excuse. Yeah, it is better than some, but you done gave up 30 years. You done did some hard time. That's hard time, 30 years. That's even in relationships. People do hard time, and we have to start cutting ties sooner. Some people spend 20 years with somebody that not end up being with them. You just wasted 20 years. You done wasted 20 years in a relationship. You done wasted 30 years in a job. That's 50 damn years. That's knowledge. That's what we got to start teaching people, teaching our children. You know what, son, daughter, if this is not working out, you give somebody this amount of time. And if you don't see what you need to see, and a lot of times, you probably can see those things very quickly if we be honest with ourselves. And that's knowledge too, being honest with yourself. Oh, well, he said this, but he didn't do that. Okay, that shit don't mix. Let's get with somebody where their words are lining up with their actions. That sounds simple to me. Oh, will she look good? Who gives a fuck? Like, who cares? Oh, he's fine. Who cares? Go find another fine one where he line up with his actions. His words line up with his actions. Knowledge. All right, y'all. I'm almost done. I actually took a quick little nap, so I'm running late. But the knowledge nugget that I got from Miss Helen this weekend, she had explained to me that she had got married. You know, her and her husband bought a house. They had nice cars. And she started to hear some of her friends talk about, well, you got this, you got that. You know, that jealous, envious, that Judas spirit. And I think I've seen that too this last month or two. But, and it upset her. Okay, she's got what she probably asked for. I want a good husband. I want this. And she really said she should have not married this man because she didn't really feel the love for him. But he kept coming after her and he convinced her. He would give her gifts, buy her this, blah, 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 blah. And probably all of these other people's friends and family seen this and were jealous of the admiration and the things she was getting. And again, she's seen this and heard this, and it started to upset her. So much so that she prayed to God about it. Now, she said, be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask God for, because he will give it to you. And it may not always be how you think it should be. So she prayed that her friends not be jealous of her, that they would not be envious of her. Do you know? She said shortly after she prayed this, they didn't have anything to be jealous of her for anymore. Her husband left her for another woman. She lost her house. She lost her car. She lost her job. After she prayed that no one would be jealous or envious of her. Woo! Now, y'all, I've never heard anybody explain it like that. And if I have, I didn't hear it, but I heard it this weekend. You know, oftentimes we are upset. We are upset because other people are jealous of us. One of my family members, now I can't put that out there. Everybody gonna be jealous. No, I can't do that. They gonna be envious. Do you know, she said, once she realized what she had done, she said, I did that when I prayed for that. I prayed for them to not be jealous of me. So if someone is not jealous of you, what, how would that look? You'd be broke just like them. You'd have nothing just like them. That's how people could not be jealous of you. Because if you got something, knowledge, they're going to be jealous of you. Somebody out there is. They're going to be envious. She said, you know what? She, after she had that experience, she said, I never said that again. She said, when somebody said something about what she had, well, why you got all that? Which she, because I do, so what? Yeah, that's mine. That's my business. Yeah, I got it. What now? What are you gonna do? I was like, damn. Never thought of it like that. You know, sometimes people worry about, well, damn, I don't want to have that, or I don't want to do this, or they get upset or about when other people are talking, well, why you got that? You don't need that type of car. You don't need a Mercedes. You don't need a BMW. You don't need that big house. Why don't you go get a cheaper house? None of your damn business. If you're not paying for it, get out of my business. Don't worry about what the hell I'm buying. You worry about what you buying. But yeah, y'all, that was the biggest nugget, knowledge nugget I've heard in quite some time from a personal experience. She said, don't you ever worry about what other people think about what you have. Don't let them criticize, and if they do criticize, it's oh well, so be it. Said she never did that again, and slowly, after she realized what she had done, she felt that she done that by that prayer. She slowly built her life back. She did end up getting a divorce. She got a job. She eventually got another car. She got to keep the house in the divorce. But that was one of her biggest life experiences, she said, and she will never do that again. Never. So don't worry about what other people think about what you have. You go get what you want, and you be proud of it and enjoy it. Don't let anybody stir you into being small, not celebrating your wins, what you're doing. Be proud of it, because there's always going to be some haters out there. Always. Who she thinks she is. Why is she doing that? Look. Oh, she thinks she the shit. Yeah, I am the shit. That's what you should say. Yeah, I am the shit. And bye, see you, and I wouldn't want to be you. Your old Scrooge ass. But yes, y'all, that was my knowledge nugget for last weekend that I got. And that was really, sometimes you do think about what is everybody else gonna think when you go to the next level, when you start making $1 million a year, whatever it is. Stop worrying about it. Don't worry about it. Worry about you. If you're doing what you want to do, if you're being happy and enjoying yourself, continue to do that. When you hear those little things like she heard, well, why she got all that, don't worry about it. Keep it moving, keep it pushing, and live your life happy. Because I don't think I've ever said, why she do that? Well, maybe you should look. Sometimes I might be like that too. Well, maybe you should have got something cheaper. But again, I'm not doing it maliciously. I'm trying to think about your budget, because I'm trying to be a budget-minded person. But it's really not my business. I ain't got to pay for it. Mind your business. But yes, y'all, there is lots of knowledge in the world about everything. Life. Go talk to somebody. Go listen to people. I listen to people all the time. Elderly, best people to listen to. Because they have gotten to live those experiences, seeing how it affected them, sharing that story. And again, knowledge is power. A lot of us have a lot of stories that a lot of people need to hear, but we're afraid to let them out. We might get them out to 2 or 3 people, but you need to stop thinking small. Think big. Broaden your audience. But I did enjoy that. Probably talked for like an hour, or she talked most of the time, but I took it all in. And I'm going to get the benefit of her life experience. I can use that. I'll never let anybody tell me that again, or be disturbed when I know people are being jealous or envious. We'll never be disturbed again. Well, God help them. Oh, hell no. And a different prayer, you might say, God, elevate them to where I'm at. Elevate their minds, their thinking, their finances. Please, because I'm staying where I'm at. Just a little nugget. But yes, y'all, I hope everybody is having a great week. It's only Tuesday. I'm talking like it's Friday, Thursday, or the weekend. But everybody have a great rest of your week. Think about your knowledge nuggets out there. Use them. Don't lose them. This has been another Real Talk with Amiri podcast. Everyone, have a great week. Peace.